Hey, what's going on? My name is Dan, and 4 years ago, I decided to live my dream life. How did I do that? Well, it wasn't so easy. I, probably just like most people now that are probably between the ages of 18 and 22, maybe 18, 25, 18 to 30, I was lost. I was experiencing what you would call a quarter life crisis. I didn't even know what that was. But I could tell you, every single morning when I would wake up, and before going to school or before driving to work, I used to work at the bank at the time. Every single morning I would wake up and I would ask myself this question: am I doing what I'm meant to be doing with my life? And that question led me to basically venture on this journey. I call this embarking on the journey. I ventured on this journey toward finding myself, toward finding success, finding freedom, and figuring out what it is I should be doing that is most aligned with my personal destiny. And I can tell you, it wasn't easy. It definitely wasn't. But everything that I did, all the failures, all the obstacles, all the blood, sweat, and tears that I poured in, it's worth it because I'm here. I have freedom. I make more money than I ever thought I would ever make in my life. I have a fantastic business of over 15 employees that are all super talented, super smart, super intelligent. And, we've helped thousands of people around the world start successful online businesses, also achieve their own personal destiny, start e-commerce businesses, figure out how to achieve freedom for themselves. And for me to find this, for me to get here, for me to be standing here right now and thinking back to me visualizing my life, me thinking about what I should be doing, it's crazy. It's crazy to imagine how much potential someone can have if they actually embark on the journey, if they actually promise to themselves that they will achieve the good life, whatever the good life is. What is the good life? When I was young, one day I sat down at my kitchen table in front of my parents, and I asked them, okay, so basically life goes this way. You're born, first 4 to 6 years of your life, 4 to 8 years, you can't really do anything. You're kind of just, you're too little, right? You're like a baby, a toddler. And then after that, you spend 12 years working hard in school. After that, you go to university, and you're lucky to go to university, where you pay a lot of money to get a degree. After that, you get a job, and you're supposed to feel lucky to get this job. You're supposed to feel lucky that you're making an average starting salary of $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year, and you're supposed to feel good about that. And then you work for 40 years, and then you retire. And when you retire, you're too old and gray and wrinkly to do anything. You're definitely not going to be able to climb any mountains like this. You're going to be maybe barely able to walk. Some people, when they retire, from a lifetime of hard work and stress, most people have incredible levels of stress just following this traditional script. You're lucky to even just kind of play around with your grandkids. And I asked my parents, I'm like, is this what life is meant to be about? And I remember my parents telling me that, yes, that is basically life for most people. And I thought to myself, wait a second, most people. Well, there are people that don't do that. And those people must be living the good life. I am going to do that. I am going to be like those people, and I am going to achieve the good life. And so that's when I embarked on this journey. And you know what I figured out? This is the secret to the good life. The good life is a life that you don't need a vacation from. The good life is a life where you don't wake up in the morning and you're not miserable and depressed because maybe you hate your job, maybe you don't like the person that you're with, maybe you don't like your situation, maybe you don't like where you live, maybe you haven't gone on a decent vacation in months, even years. And to me, I told myself at 20 years old, when I found out that I truly could have anything I want, and by the way, you can too, and that's why I'm telling you this. You truly can have anything you want. You can have anything you want, but you can't have everything. I told myself at 20 years old that I'm going to live a fantastic life of adventure. And that's exactly what it's been. It was not easy, but I embarked on the journey. That's the first step. You have to embark on the journey. You have to start. And what do I mean by embarking on the journey? Well, all the information is out there. Everything is out there. Like nowadays with the internet, you can find every single secret to success that makes up what you call the success mindset, the millionaire mindset, right? All millionaires, all successful people, not even millionaires, just people who are living the good life, right? A life of health, wealth, love, happiness, intelligence, fulfillment, all those people, they think positively and they function every single day with this like specific mindset that successful people have. But it's all learnable. For me, I didn't grow up rich. I didn't grow up in, wealth. I grew up in a very middle class family where, we did have problems with money as I was growing up. I had a fantastic childhood, but I knew that if I could solve the problem of money in my life, if I could figure out how to achieve this good life and also be able to live the good life, make money while doing what I love, I made it. And I can tell you today that if I go by that definition of the good life, I've manifested it. I mean, here it is. Like, right now we're watching this incredible sunrise, and for me it's almost like a spiritual moment, because so many people I talk to every single day, either it's online or in person as I travel. I've been lucky enough to travel, I don't know how many countries, but definitely over at least 30, I think, 20 or 30 countries around the world. And I've been able to do that while making YouTube videos, while doing what I love, while, making thousands of dollars every single day from my online business, while building a successful e-commerce company. Now we have over 15 people, and we are on our way to becoming the #1 online business and success education platform in the world. For me, every single day, I think about how what I have now, what I'm doing every single day, this good life that I'm living, anyone can have if they venture out on the journey, if they believe in themselves, if they get over the limiting beliefs. You inevitably have limiting beliefs. You might think, oh, I can't achieve the good life. Only the select few. It's only reserved for the select few. I'm not talented. I can't make, 6 figures, 7 figures. I can't make $100,000 a year or even $1 million a year doing what I love. It's too hard. It's too difficult. But let me tell you, there's a principle called the man on the moon principle. I would show you the moon if it was out. It was out like an hour ago. Now it's not. Now we have this beautiful view. But the man on the moon principle says that humanity has assembled thousands of PhDs. We've poured in trillions of dollars into figuring out how to put a man on the moon. And you're saying that it's impossible for you to achieve the good life. You're saying that it's impossible for you to make 6 figures or 7 figures. You're saying that it's impossible for you to be doing what you love and also making a lot of money doing it. You're saying that it's impossible to find the partner, woman, or man of your dreams. Of course it's possible. We landed a man on the moon. So put things into perspective. When I learned about this man on the moon principle, and this is actually a cognitive bias called the contrast bias. Cognitive biases are a good thing to learn. This all comes out of books. I've read probably over 300 or 400 books in the past few years since I got into this success journey. Books have changed my life. I'm going to post some books that you can get started on reading in the description below. If you're just getting started, if you're embarking on that journey, on your own journey to find your personal destiny. But when I learned this principle, when I figured out, okay, they landed on the man on the moon, and I'm telling myself, I'm shortcutting, I'm like short-circuiting my own success. I'm sabotaging my own success by telling myself that, no, I can't make $1 million doing what I love. I can't become rich and wealthy and successful and achieve freedom. It was all bullshit, because I can tell you, I have. And what I did is not impossible. What I did is very, very possible, and it's possible for every single person watching this video, including yourself. But you must follow the steps, and that starts with embarking on the journey and also learning the success mindset. Now, you don't have to, set this goal of $1 million a year. You don't have to set these massive, potentially even scary goals, goals that seem out of reach right now. All successful people, this is something that I learned early in my journey, all successful people, they break down their goals into bite-sized pieces where, for example, I was like, okay, do I want to be a millionaire? Yes, I do. I want to be a millionaire doing what I love and kind of like through a business that is following a personal destiny. I think everybody should strive to do that. Everybody, every single person, right? Obviously, people have certain wrong beliefs about money that prevent them from doing that. If you are from a first world country, even if you're from a second or third world country, you can become a millionaire doing what you love. It's just going to be a little bit harder if you're from a second or third world country, right? But if you are from a first world country, if you're from a country like Canada, the United States, Norway, for example, where I'm so fortunate enough to be standing today, there's no reason why you can't make $1 million a year plus with your own business, doing what you love, regardless of what it is. It should be an online business. The internet, we've seen what's happening with the current situation in the world. the internet keeps growing and growing, right? So it definitely should be online, but you know, you can do it. So when I embarked on my journey, I wrote down $1 million a year, and I broke that down. I'm like, okay, $1 million a year sounds like a lot. No one in my family has ever made that much money. How much is that per day? So $1 million a year, right, divided by 365 is $2,739. We'll round up, $3,000 a day, okay? Now, if we assume that you work, let's say 8 to 10 hours, okay? So 3,000 divided by, let's just say 10, it's about $300 an hour, okay? And that's if you're selling your time for money. Now, that's something that only people that don't live the good life do, because as Warren Buffett said, the most successful stock investor of all time, you will never be rich if you don't find a way to make money in your sleep, meaning that you will never be wealthy if you will just continue working a job where you're selling your time for money. I've been able to disconnect my time from my money early on in my journey by starting an e-commerce business. That's what I've been doing. And then I ventured into YouTube, which I've started this amazing YouTube channel. And then I also started Ecom Freedom, where now we're on our way to becoming the #1 e-commerce training company in the world, helping people around the world start successful online businesses. And so that's like the evolution. That's been my personal journey. But at the beginning, I set myself that goal of $1 million per year. And I knew all I had to do was figure out how to make $3,000 a day. And then I broke it down even more, and I first set myself the goal of 100K per year. So I first set myself the goal of 100K, which if we do the math, 100,000 divided by 365, $273. If you noticed, I'm dividing by 365, by the way. And you know, most people, I mean like 99% of society, if they work a 9-to-5 job, you know, they can't, you're not working every day. It's impossible for your human body. That's why you need to, whatever business you start, you need to make sure that your time is separate from your money, that you set up a system where it's still making you money while you're sleeping. Even if you're sick, even if you can't work, it's still making money. For example, I started an e-commerce business, right? I'm not saying it's the best. You can also get this with, for example, you know, if you're a fitness influencer, you can also figure out how to kind of sell a fitness course, for example. Or if you're a coach for something, for some particular niche, right? There's an endless amount of opportunities online, but you have to venture out on your journey. Remember the contrast bias. Whatever you dream of is possible because we landed a man on the moon, okay? And there's so many other examples. Soon we're gonna land a man on Mars. And then who knows after that? So is it really impossible for you to achieve the good life? I don't think so. Leave me a comment down below telling me what is stopping you from achieving the good life. And by good life, I mean a life where you're making an amazing amount of money, you're doing what you love, you're traveling if you love to travel. I love traveling. This is part of who I am and my nature. While I'm here in Norway, I am filming a mindset course that I'll be releasing on my YouTube called How to Make Your First Million, your first $1 million. And that is going to be a step-by-step mindset course where it's almost like a system of, it's a system of ideas, a system of steps going back through my journey where I've taken all the most important lessons, all the most important wealth and success principles in my life, and I put them together. It's going to be available for free on my YouTube channel, so stay tuned to that. It might already be out by the time you're watching this. Thank you for watching, and I genuinely wish you the best. Thank you. I'll see you soon.